Peace and love to my twin flames and my soulmates. Peace and love. It's your girl, Esther Blesser, coming to you from the sacred room. I give thanks for all the support, and I love the fact that you all are resonating with the readings. Like, it's so beautiful to hear. It's blissful, blissful, blissful. You're making this full moon for me a really awesome full moon. It's dope. We are in a full moon in Virgo. We actually started off in Leo, as I told you all in the divine and masculine readings as well. And yeah, we are in a full moon in Virgo now. So it's all about communication, just speaking out loud your desires, what you truly want, and being honest, and expressing yourself in ways that, in new ways, new ways that you weren't expressing yourself in the past, and just really finding your voice, really being honest with yourself. You've really learned to be honest with yourself, and you are learning, different ways to be honest with yourself and to just be direct with yourself, and still discovering certain masks that you may wear, or defense mechanisms that you lean upon or you depend on in certain situations. So yes, we're just killing these cycles, and I'm really feeling like love is in the air, like love is in the air. But no, honestly, just I could feel it, I see it, and it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. So, yes, as always, I give thanks to you in your existence, and for myself for being a vessel. I give thanks to the universe for bringing me here, and for using me to send these divine intuitive messages to my relatives of nature, my relatives of the universe, my reflections. I love myself. I love you. Peace. And feel free to leave a donation if you resonate with these readings. The description or the information is in the description box below, along with information on how to book a reading with me. So yeah, let's get it on and cracking. So what's going to happen is we're going to have the divine masculine on the right and the divine feminine on the left. And we're going to be looking at past, present, and futures from both sides. And also the current energy that we are walking in and running in and dancing in and being in. Okay? Divine masculine, feeling like the man, feel it all in your power right now. These movements. See, divine feminine is really taking her time in transition and communicating and expressing herself. She is respecting her boundaries right now, which is beautiful. Making sure her cup is staying full, and that she has enough love to give out to the world, to others, to her loved one. Staying grounded. Both masculine and divine feminine are staying grounded within themselves. Sorry, phone. Had to refocus. Wow. Beautiful. Which one wants to come? Okay. So the bottom of the deck is Yemenya or Yemeya, however you prefer to pronounce her name. So both divine masculine and divine feminine are really just nourishing themselves at this moment, diving into their individual creations and their passions, and really putting a lot of energy towards creating this new gateway for themselves. And those of you who are in union with each other, you are really focusing on your own selves, but the focus that you have on yourself and your own individual creativities and your dreams and your passions, they're actually motivating the other person. You know, you're motivating each other to dive more into your career and your passion, and to harmony with yourself, bringing harmony between you two, making you all a bigger whole. You know, you are still one within yourselves, really maintaining that individuality, and really finding more ways to love your own self and to love each other, you know, and to just consistently feed that beautiful connection that you all share. I was led to also read this, the Eight of Air. It wanted to come out earlier, but I think I know that it's supposed to be in this deck. It's really just reflecting on the past and where you used to be, and sometimes little triggers may come up, but you know, the way you all are communicating with each other, the way you're communicating with the divine masculine and the divine feminine, it's more in a compassionate way, you know, and you're learning from your past. You've learned from the past, the way you used to speak to people, the way you used to handle certain situations or triggers. You know, you're not allowing them to keep you stagnant anymore. Then you're not allowing them to take you backwards. You're moving forward. You're allowing them to grow you, and yeah, just discovering new ways for you to love yourself and to love others, and just really completing the releasing process, you know, really letting go of the old and the past and embracing this new space in your life, this new level, this new phase, and the love that you are giving yourself, the love you're opening yourself up to is there, you know, and it's always been there. It was just a matter of having to release and clear and make space for this love to come. So it's really, really beautiful, y'all. Like, I'm really feeling this energy. I'm really feeling this beautiful energy. Just, yes, balance and communication. I really feel that strongly, that the communication is really fluid at this moment, you know, and especially during this Pisces season, it's really going to enhance. And because Pisces season started off with a Virgo moon or a Leo moon, you know, then this whole cycle is just going to be releasing, expressing yourself in more compassionate ways and in a passionate way, and also expressing your speaking out what you want, what you desire for your passions, you know, how you want them to grow and manifest, how you desire for them to grow and manifest. And you know, your passions are reflections of your love, because your passions are what you love. Your creations your creations are what you love to do, so they're a reflection of this actual love that you are manifesting, or that you have, you know, this union that you are in, or that you are receiving and attracting. And so we're going to start with the divine masculine. In the past, we have a 2 of earth. So the divine masculine was really, you know, just not really focused on his goals, not really focused on what needed to be done, you know, kind of ignoring the signs of the, you know, of what needed to change and to be adjusted. And even if you are in union, maybe not fully listening to your partner, you know, when they were giving advice, and maybe because the communication was not at its strongest, so the delivery wasn't where you needed it to be to receive it, you know. And there were some egos, there were triggers that you had to release in order to even receive those words. And even if you were in union with that person, then they were probably speaking through ego too, since you all are a divine reflection, you know. So you all were really kind of bumping heads a little bit. And if you weren't with, if you were in a relationship and it's not your twin flame, but it was like a soulmate or a karmic relationship, then that person, you know, you were in your ego as well. That person was in their ego, and they really triggered a lot for you. They really helped you to eliminate a lot of egos, you know, and really kind of pushed you into resistance, you know, because you had to, like, spirit was like, yo, no more, snap out of it, it's time to move forward, you know, because these egos here, but that you are recycling with this other person, with this reflection, it's holding you back from opportunities and from blessings and from moving forward, you know. So it was really time to let go of a lot of egos and really be still, you know. Whatever it was that you were in, it really forced you to just still yourself and to really observe your current phase in life and decide how to move forward, you know, and surrender to what needed to be let go of. So your accomplishment was ending that cycle, divine masculine, and that's a 9 of airs. So really you just had a lot of egos, a lot of repeated karmas that were just recycling within you, around you, you know. A lot of people too, their cycles and their repeated karmas weren't helping you as well, you know, because you are what you attract. So it was a reflection, and it was just kind of like, in a way it was showing you though, you know, like kind of you stepping outside yourself to see that, wow, I have some changes that I need to make, but you were ignoring those signs at one point. But whatever it was that you were in, you know, it was kind of like it reached its peak, you know, the situation you were in with that person, it reached its peak, and you had to let go, and you had to kill that karmic cycle, you know. It was kind of like turning off a light switch. It was just like that. You couldn't go back, you know, you couldn't go back. So yeah, you really chose yourself in your heart, and you really, you know, that you really allowed the divine to show you that you had more, you know, and that you deserve more, that you deserve better, and that you can also do better too. You know, you learned a lot in that relationship, and how you could and even if you are in union, I still speak of your past relationship, because your relationship is always growing. So even if you were still with this person, you know, the relationship that you all once shared, it is not the same now. You know, you have ended that cycle, and you realize, you know, you wanted something easier on your heart, and on the person that you will be sharing your heart with, you want it to be easier on them as well, you know. So there was both there. You realized whatever it was that was reflecting in you was not meant to serve you anymore, and you needed to end that cycle. And also you needed to end that cycle within yourself, the things that you were also doing and carrying as well, the habits and things you created. So with the divine feminine, we have salamander. It's upside down. So the situation that you were in, the relationship that you were in, it was really taking your power. You set your power down. You know, kind of let your boundaries down. And if you did choose to express yourself or speak up for yourself and stand up for yourself, it was through ego, it was through pain, it was through hurt, it was through emotion, you know. And it was because you held in your emotions so much. Maybe your emotions weren't fully accepted by this person. And, you know, it was it was they were kind of always just like, you need to handle this on your own, and you were kind of left to handle it on your own. And you know, you were powerless, you felt powerless, you felt like you didn't have you know, you kind of felt hopeless a little bit, but your power was always with you. You just never picked it up to use it. You know, at that time, you were kind of depending on that other person to give you power and to support you and to push you and encourage you. And even though, yes, you do receive that in a relationship when it is balanced and it is harmonious, you know, you were really just, it was more like over dependent on that other person. You know, you had no independency. And you gained independence though, you know, you just weren't using it. It wasn't like your forefront. It wasn't your drive. It wasn't how you move forward. You know, you weren't moving with them, but they did help you. You know, you did gain a lot of boundaries. You discovered the areas you needed to have boundaries in, you know, with other people, with this person. You know, it really helped you all around, you know, this relationship. You know, it really helped you to express yourself. And you know, as you reflected, it was like, man, I could have said this, I could have said that, but shoulda, woulda, coulda. You learned, you realized that you didn't, and you know, made a commitment to yourself that the next time, you know, when you receive this opportunity again, you are going to speak up for yourself here. And you understood, you overstood that I had to go do that for this reason, for this growth, because if not, then I would be naive to it forever, you know. But we are all naive to something. So you really learned a lot of valuable lessons. So yeah, it was depleting your energy, and you were ignoring, you know, have the outcast here. So the accomplishment that you made was honestly surrendering to the truth, just like the divine masculine, just surrendering and ending that karmic cycle. You know, it was like something was pecking at your feet. The universe were sending you messages, like literally telling you, hello, it's not meant for you, or it's not serving you, or hey, you know, there's something that you're not seeing or that you're not listening to. You know, you received a lot of messages, you know, that you just decided to ignore, or you know, because of ideas and illusions that you probably created on your own, that you know, you had your own desires and your own wants. So you really weren't co-creating with the universe, but the universe was giving you exactly what you know, desired. You just really didn't know how to stay whole within yourself, you know, to fully appreciate it and to fully like manifest it in the right way. And that other person was a reflection of you. So it's not that you could have went back and did anything differently. You did everything the way you were supposed to do it, because now you know. Now you are moving forward. You are in this new self with intent, knowing, okay, I have boundaries now. I need to speak here. I need to speak there. I'm not afraid to ask questions. I'm not going to be blind. I'm not going to be blind to all these blessings that I have. I'm not going to limit myself to only one thing. You know what I mean? Like you really found your power. You really seen that, oh, I deserve more. You know, you started to realize that, and you weren't settling anymore for what was just being given to you that was less than. You know, you really found your value and you really saw your potential. You really started to acknowledge your worth as a queen. And you know, because you weren't receiving that fully from this other person in this situation, you know, you started to give it to yourself. And if you are in union, maybe there was some time that you need to take to yourself, some reflection that you needed to do within self, egos that you needed to to kill off and get rid of, and so that way you could honestly speak your truth to this person and gain your power back by communicating, by actually speaking truth and honestly being honest with yourself and receiving honesty from that other person too, receiving truth from that person. And so presently with the divine masculine, we have fairies and sylphs. I think I'm saying that right, sylphs. Yeah. This beautiful fairy angel. And really our divine masculines are just creating right now and just really just being in harmony with themselves and this love that they are attracting, that they're in. It's encouraging them and pushing them to create and to just dive more into purpose and into what it is they truly love to do, you know, just really helping them to activate their power as a man, you know, and doing it in a like really helping them to get in tune with their feminine side, you know, and that creative side, and also balancing it with their masculine too, and you know, standing on their dreams, using their dreams to support themselves, and you know, kind of envisioning like what it would be like to be in harmony with someone. You know, they've kind of killed, they not kind of but they have killed a lot. You have killed and gotten rid of a lot of karmic cycles and habits that you carried in the past that just wasn't serving your spirit. You know, you were growing spiritually, so those habits weren't aligned with your spirit, and you had to let them go in order to move forward in your growth spiritually. And so yeah, so right now you're just really focusing on your soul power, your willpower, the actually putting action and putting things into action, and speaking and communicating in a more compassionate way, in a more expressive way from your heart, and speaking truth and honesty, you know, and you realize that the truth sets you free. You know, maybe in the past you manipulated a lot of people, or you manipulated something to get what you wanted instead of just speaking your truth, or you probably lied, or you probably didn't respond to certain people in a situation, you know, or something just because you didn't want to do it or something. And now you're realizing, like, okay, cool, you know, becoming more of a divine masculine, a divine man, and actually using that power within you to speak up for yourself. And you're seeing that it's also helping you with your passion, and also attracting this divine love as well. It's helping you with this love that you're attracting by using your, you know, your expression and your honesty. And so the tools that you have right now to continue to activate this power is just to really cater to your willpower. You know, do things that are going to activate your soul, you know, your solar plexus if you're into chakras, your manipura, and really do things like working out, you know, whatever you do to stay active at this time, you know, and dance, you know, if you feel the pull to dance, you know, and do things that give you fire, that heat your body up, you know, activate that inner warrior, and you'll find that things will be even more harmonious, you know. Continue to do that. If you are doing that, continue to do so, because as you're doing it, you realize that your world is more full, and it's colorful, and it's vibrant, and that you are attracting all that you are putting into yourself. So continue to put that good energy into yourself, that rainbow energy, all those colors, you know. You're really just aligning your entire aura, you know, and this is what your aura looks like right now, you know, and you're feeling that energy. You're really feeling that energy, and this person that you're connecting with is also encouraging you to get rid of the past, and to end cycles, and like they're reflecting in you things that you still hold on to, or that you still carry, you know, old habits that you still carry within you, that you realize, like, oh, that's what is depleting my spirit. That's what I need to get rid of. I didn't even know that was still there, you know. And they're really showing you, like, okay, cool. So you know, helping you to become more in harmony with your world and with yourself. And yeah, yes. So with the divine feminines, we have a 2 of fire. And so, yes, you are really coming into harmony with this person. You're really connecting with them, you know, and they're really healing your heart. You know, in the past, it was very hard for you, like, you know, whatever it was, you know, heavy on your heart, you know. It took a lot of your power, and it kind of made you want to close your heart off, you know, to a lot of things. And so now this person is really just opening your heart, you know, and just, it's kind of like happening naturally. Like, you can't really control it or help it, that it's happening, and, you know, expanding it in ways that it's never been stretched before, that it's never bended and folded before. And, you know, it's just really coming into balance, you know, that you realizing, like, wow, this was another one of my gateways, aside from my creations and my passions. Like, you are a gateway as well, you know, and you're, you know, starting to receive, you know, just visions on how you all could manifest together and strive together if you are in union with your twin flame or your soulmate. You know, if you have been, then you are coming more into harmony, seeing that, okay, cool, when I go into me and when I focus on me, it encourages you to focus on you, and together we are supporting each other. You know, we're not stepping over each other's toes. I'm not trying to do all of you, you're not trying to do all of me, you know what I mean? And as far as, like, I'm not trying to overstep in your creations, and you're not trying to overstep in my creations, you know, and into my world, into my healing. Like, you know, you're really maintaining that individuality, and you are appreciating that. You're really understanding individuality. And, you know, sometimes as women, we can be nourishers, you know, the mothers in us can start to nourish, you know, our men and our masculines, and we forget about ourselves, you know, and so maybe in the past you were afraid to do that because you'd be, you know, you would get that, oh, you know, not being a woman, you know, your perspective, your definition of what a woman is has changed, you know, because you have grown. So it's like, oh, this is what a woman is. You know, every woman is different, and this is what works for me. And, you know, it's really just helping you to be in harmony with yourself and with this other person. And, you know, yeah, it's a lot of balance. It's a lot of gateways. Children, you know, a lot of children are coming in, you know, just a new life, a new phase of life is approaching, and yeah, it's like you really don't know what is going to happen, but you know that it's something good. You know, you know that you're on the right track, and you're enjoying being surprised. You're enjoying just being in the moment and experiencing. And so with our masculines, we have Ogun in for the future. And so really in the future, you're really just, all the things that you're ending now that you have been ending, they're gone. You know, those habits, those people, the mental, the mental chatters and the ego that you probably carried on the inside, you know, they'll be gone. You have defeated them, and you know, you'll really be in your power. You're really be in your power, and you know, balancing that willpower, that solar plexus, and surrounded by love, walking in love, moving in love. Your drive moving forward is in love, and you know, it's a really nice balance, you know, just communication. You know, you'll really be communicating from your heart and with power, you know, very direct, but finding that balance of, I need to say this, and that's what I said, but through my heart, not through an ego. Really taking control over your life. And I see family, you know, maybe creating a family and coming more in harmony with your family. For those of you who have family or are creating a family, you know, really feeling the need to being more protective, and really, you know, going into that space, protecting your energy, you know, protecting your family, protecting your children, and really leading, you know, being the leader, you know, not depending on the divine feminine, you know, but honestly working with the divine feminine. Not that either one of you overpower each other, but working with each other, and really staying in control of your world and in your life. So tools that we have for the divine masculine in order to achieve that is really just balancing. Stay, whatever it is that is driving you and pushing you to make this money, keep doing it. You know, this energy that you're receiving from the divine feminine is encouraging you to dive into your creations, into what you can naturally, organically create to make money and to profit, you know. And even if you are working, if you're employed somewhere, then that energy is still pushing you to stay consistent with work and to allow this income to come in, because you know that it's supporting you, you know that it's supporting your family, and you will be able to support your family and yourself. You will be able to get those things, the things that you need to move forward. You know, you'll be spending your money a lot wisely, a lot wiser. There we go. More wisely. I don't know. You're going to be spending your money in a good way and in ways where it's needed, not because you just want things or just splurging. Like, you're actually investing your money into what makes sense and what is aligned with you, and what, you know, what serves your purpose. You'll, you know, just a lot of abundance coming in because of this hard work and this love that you are attracting. For the divine feminine, we have the 7 of air. And so for the future, you're really just going to be calling for your male, you know, just calling for your masculine. And, you know, for those of you who are not united with your, you know, your twin flame or your soulmate at this moment, you know, just really, you know, calling, just speaking out to the universe all that you desire, you know, and he'll hear you. He'll come, you know, when you're ready. You know, just right now you're focused on your creations at this moment. You know, you're really focused. You're seeing the gateways, you know, but you're staying focused on what needs to be done. And you're enjoying this energy that you're getting because it's pushing you to stay focused, because you have created those boundaries. So now it's like, I can't leave, because you've created those boundaries. You know, if you step out of them, then everything will fall. You know that you need this in order to even maintain this love that that you're attracting, because if you don't, then you won't be able to give love there. So, you know, it's really pushing you to keep loving yourself, and eventually, you know, everything will just be rotating, because right now you're just balancing and aligning everything up to where it just has a natural flow. And, you know, in the future, in the near future, everything will just be rotating and flowing in the way that you want, harmoniously. And this person will come, you'll be calling, you know, just your spirit, your body, and always your being will be, you know, wanting this person and just wanting to connect and to unite with this person on a deeper level. And it's just really complete happiness. You know, you'll be receiving it, and it'll really just be giving you a lot of power, a lot of energy. You know, you'll be there. It'll come naturally. You know, you won't really be able to control it, and you won't need to resist it, because this is not something that's going to, you know, defeat you. And so the tools that you need to get there is just continue to create and do the things that you love. You know, the things that you are passionate about, do them. Dance, sing, you know, go out to a poetry club, or to take yourself out on dates. You know, continue to do so, and allow yourself to be dated too. You know, I really see that that's happening, that, you know, the divine masculine is reaching a space where he has time to, you know, cater to you, and to, you know, he has the money to do so. You know, he's really working on his money at this moment, and he'll be setting aside money, he'll be setting aside time and energy to give to you, because he sees that you are a queen and that you are what you deserve, because now you are in your power. And you'll be recognizing that in him as well, and it'll just you know, just want you to call out even more for it, and just really just accept what it is that the universe is giving to you. You know, you'll be really grateful and acknowledging that, wow, this is what I deserve, and I have grown a lot. You know, really acknowledging your growth, and not even having to force or think about this person, like think about who she is. You know, you'll just be being her. You know, you'll be protected by your boundaries. Your boundaries are becoming one with you. They are one with you, you know, and you'll be really creating new boundaries and securing yourself in these boundaries, grounding yourself in these boundaries. And these boundaries give you power. You know, these boundaries help you to love yourself even more, because you realize that you're putting yourself first. You know, that I am finally putting myself first. I'm finally building this relationship with myself that I never had before and shared before. And now I'm able to do it correctly with someone else too, without losing my own self, without losing my individuality. So it's just so divine, y'all. So divine. I'm so happy. So together, what'll be happening is the two of air, harmony, coming together. That is so cute. I love it. You know, just true divine love, you know, infinite friendship. You know, really you are desiring to actually build a friendship, and to do it right this time, to take your time and to enjoy the little moments, to enjoy the changes, to enjoy moving together in harmony, and to learning new ways to move. And it really won't be a big adjustment, because both of you all will be within yourself. You know, you're attracting, you know, your reflection. So really just harmony, and it's pure. You know, it's like returning to innocence, and honestly, it'll be like you're in a relationship for the first time all over again. And if you're in union, it's like just really embracing this new step with this person, and it will be like a new relationship with this person all over again, like you all have just met, you know, but you know each other type of thing. And it's like, wow, you know, just really acknowledging, for those who are in union, acknowledging the growth you all have been through together, and the support, just the ways that you have come, and really it's helping you all to fall more in love with each other again. Just infinite growth, y'all, just infinity and beyond, you know, just really securing that love, really securing that bond. And yeah, you know, really communicating with each other, really communicating in a harmonious way, and in a balanced way, in an honest way, in a gentle, compassionate way, and speaking not even from, you know, old experiences anymore, you know, not from childhood experiences. And if they do come up, it's more in a sacred way, and with sacred words, and just reflecting, and a gentle release. And you have support from each other, that when you all do, you know, speak on things of your past or your childhood, or things that you are healing, or you have healed and accomplished, it's more of just an embracing, and it's a lot easier because you have the right support from this person. And also, you know, just to help you reach that union and that coming together, that balance, is just communication, y'all. Just communicating with the divine spirit, and each one of you still, you know, staying spiritually grounded and building, keeping that connection flowing with the great divine spirit, not giving up on the divine spirit, because the divine is what brought y'all together, and it's what's getting y'all to reach that next level for those of you all who are in union. And you know, just really keeping that harmony, really keeping that fire and that power between the you know, the yin and the yang, the divine and the feminine, the divine feminine and the divine masculine, you know, and you're grounding and securing in this communication. It's not a temporary thing. This is something that's going to be consistent with you forever. You know, it's going to help you with communicating with other people, with your children even better. You know, your children will be learning how to communicate even more thoroughly. And even if you don't have children, you know, in the future, when you do have children, they'll be in that. They'll be monkey see, monkey do, just repeating what mommy and daddy are doing, you know, and, you know, you'll be teaching them the right cycles, you know, how to follow you and not to learn from you, but yes, learn through you, you know. So just divine, just really, really, really divine, y'all. I'm just so excited for all the love, and I really am grateful to have been a vessel right here to just receive this love right here and to send this message to y'all. I give thanks. I give thanks for your existence here and for being here with this reading. I believe that is it. So I give thanks. Peace to y'all. Happy full moon. Love, 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 love.